What is up, guys? Welcome back into the channel. I'm Brandon Satterwhite, and we're back with episode 3 of our OC Dynasty here, currently with the Memphis Tigers. We are in week 5. We're 3-1. We did have that crushing loss against number 10 Florida State last week. Ugh, still upset about that one, but let's go and look at recruiting here, get this out of the way. So the top recruit that we have on our board, this 3-star quarterback who wants to come here, but it looks like our playing style has changed and he has a deal breaker. So I'm going to take him off my board. This guy seems very interested. I'm going to work on swapping out for soft sell for guys we're ahead on and hard sell for guys that it's close on if they're ready for that. Alright, so there's that. We're actually ahead on most of the guys we're going after, and some of them we have pretty sizable leads. These two guys here, we fell behind, and they're only 2 stars, so I may actually go ahead and take them off the board since we're losing to Missouri, and just redistribute those points elsewhere, like to this guy. Alright, so I redistributed those points to these 3 guys down here, who are 3 stars and we're actually in first place for. But yeah, we're doing pretty good on the recruiting trail. I feel like we should get some commitments. If not in this episode, then definitely in the next one. But hopefully we can get ourselves a pretty good class here. Let's go ahead and get things started here. Middle Tennessee State at home. They're 1-3. It did say this was game of the week. This is a night game. So this will be pretty cool here at home in Memphis. Alright, first drive of the game. We get ball first here to start this thing. Gonna try a little read option here, hand off to Mario Anderson. He had a great game last week, but there only gets a yard on the play. And so it's going to be 2nd and 9. Ball at our own 31 here. Hennigan back to throw. Looking, gonna fire deep! And a tight window there, but somehow able to fit it in between 2 defenders to our guy there. What a throw by Hennigan. And it's 1st and 10. And off to Anderson here, slipping through, and going to get 6 yards. Not a bad run there for Anderson. We'll take that. Going to try a little RPO action here, see what we get, and we're going to get a first down, but not a whole lot more. Shorter gets about 5 yards on that one. 1st and 10 from the 40 here. Hennigan, hand to Anderson, and nowhere to go there on that one. Just able to fall forward for a gain of 2. They're showing pressure, so we're going to try and get this ball out quick here, change up the play a bit. And they don't bring pressure, so yeah, nowhere to go with this one, and just got to throw it away. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 8 here. Need to get to the 30. Keep the drive alive, and hit as we throw, and that falls incomplete, so it is now 4th and 8. I don't trust our guy to make a 55-yarder. I don't want to punt here. So we're going to go for it on 4th and 8. I mean, at this part of the field, might as well go for it. We're going to see what we can do here. And again, hit as we throw. Our offensive line just giving us no time back there to work on that drive. Middle Tennessee State goes down the field, but they don't get any points on it. So thankfully, the turnover on downs doesn't lead to points. We're going to hand to Anderson here. He's trying to find some space and only gets about 3 on that carry. 2nd and 7 here, dropping a throw. They're going to bring a blitz, and I'm going to throw an interception. Oh my gosh, he baited me so good there. I thought he was going to drop and go after the running back, and I was going to have the curl route open. Instead, it's a pick 6. And we're now down. And they're definitely teeing off on the running game. They know that if they stop that, then our passing game is definitely the weaker part of our offense there, and they bring the blitz on 1st down. Nowhere to go for Anderson there. All right, let's see if this play works. I don't think I've run this play before. Oh, there we go. Our tight end beat the guy behind the defense, Landfear, all the way down inside the 15 to the 11. Just beat his guy one-on-one. And a beautiful throw there by Hennigan to put it where the defender couldn't get to it. Let's take another look at that one. Finally had some time to sit back there and throw, and throws this one 53 yards just on the money. We're going to have ourselves set up great down here in the red zone. Again, we'll take a look at a little RPO action here. Going to throw quickly here on the bubble to Drake, and he's going to get about 6 yards down to the 5. All right, let's see if stick works here. We're going to drop to throw with Hennigan. And we're going to try see if Anderson running towards the goal line. No, he only gets a yard. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We're trailing Middle Tennessee State, but we're only a few yards away from pay dirt. And they're crowding that line. They know we want to hand to Anderson here if we can. Instead, they back off. And again, flushed. Just going to throw it into the end zone, and it's picked off. And he'll return it out to the 5. Another interception there and another missed opportunity for the Tigers. Middle Tennessee State goes down the field and scores. Disappointing there. Very disappointing. And again, hand to Anderson, and only gets about a yard on that carry. Just nowhere to go today for Mario Anderson Jr., and that has led to these offensive struggles for the Tigers. And again, throwing quickly there to Blankham C, and he's going to get close to the first down. He'll be about a foot shy of it there. Let's hand off to Anderson here, see if he can get the rest of it and pick us up a first. And he will, but not much more. Only about a 2-yard pickup there. Put a man in motion here. And again, back to throw. Throwing, and he's going to have Blankham C on the drag, and he's got plenty of space out in front, and he's going to pick up a good chunk of yardage there down to the 41 of Middle Tennessee State. Do a little play action here. And again, they're just bringing tons of pressure, so I kind of need to quit doing play action when they're bringing that sort of pressure and just try to get the ball out quick. There we go. Anderson going to get it past there, picks up 6. We'll take that. All right, they're bringing pressure again. I think we're set up good for it. There we go. We let it develop. Finally had some time to throw, and Drake able to come open on the drag route there and pick up a good chunk of yards down to the 15. Looks like they may be bringing pressure again here. We're going to put a man in motion. They don't bring pressure. And why is my guy running? Why didn't he stop on his route? That's annoying, but it's going to be 2nd and 10. Could be bringing pressure again, and they do. Gotta get rid of it quick. We're just going to throw it to Blankham C. He's going to get about 5 yards before going down. 2-minute warning here. Have to get points here. Got to put in a touchdown here. It's 3rd and 4. Desperate need of points here. Back to throw. And we're hit as we throw. I didn't even see the guy coming. I mean, we kind of have to go for it here. Down 2 scores. Feel like I need to go for it here. And we're going to. Blankham C catches it, and he's going to reach out and get in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Huge play there to get us a score there before half. They go down and get a score, though, so we're back down by 2 touchdowns. 47 seconds remain here before the half, so let's see if we can maybe get some points here before halftime, and that's going to be knocked away incomplete. And again, back to throw here. He's just going to hit Drake there, and that's only going to get about 5 yards there on the little underneath route. We have to call a timeout there. It's 3rd and 5. I'm honestly kind of nervous about giving them the ball back. Back to throw here. There we go. Drake deep down the field. That's a big-time play all the way down to the 40. Let's go, go, go. I mean, if we can at least get a field goal here, I'll be happy. Under 30 seconds remain here. Back to throw. Oh, there we go. We've got Drake open again. Oh, we've got a block. Can we get in the end zone? No, we're knocked out at the 2, but it's going to be 1st and goal. We have 2 timeouts, 23 seconds to get in here. Going to try to hand to Anderson here, see if he can run it in. We have 2 timeouts, so we can run the ball here. Anderson lowers the shoulder and powers it in. Touchdown, Memphis. What a drive to get points here before half and make it a 1-score lead. All right, deep in our own territory at our own 5, but it's still a 1-possession game here. We're going to hand to Anderson, and he's going to bounce off a guy and pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. They're showing a lot of men in the box here. Let's see if we can hit something deep on them, if they're going to show that. No, we're going to hit Drake underneath, pick up a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be 3rd and 3. We're going to go motion stick here. Just try and pick up the first, keep the drive alive. That's all we're focused on right now. Back to throw. Oh, and they leave the tight end Lanphier wide open, and he's going to get up to the 21. Another 1st down for us here. Hand off to Anderson, and he's going to get a good chunk of yardage there, 7 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 3 coming up here. Now I think we kind of see if we can get the run game worked back into our offense here. I know we kind of had to get away from it there, especially at the end of the first half, because we were trying to get points there, but I would really love to get Anderson going here if we can in the second half. And Smith is now in at running back. He gets subbed in, and he's only going to get about 2 yards on that carry there. Anderson back in now at running back. And again, back to throw. He's going to find Blankumsey on another drag route. Trucks a man and gets all the way down to midfield. What a hit there by Blankumsey. 1st and 10 from midfield. Man in motion here. Hennigan back to throw. And he's going to throw for Drake, and Drake able to get it on the corner route. All the way down to the 23. Memphis threatening again here. Oh, and there we go. We got Landfear. Is he going to be able to get in? He stiff arms a man. And he's down at the 1. He was so close to getting a touchdown there. And again, in the gun, we'll hand to Anderson. And once again, he'll lower the shoulder and get in from short yardage. Another touchdown, and the Tigers have tied this game up after trailing for most of the first half. Oh, and we get a turnover here right before the end of the third quarter, starting at their 36-yard line. We're just going to throw to Landfear here, lowers the shoulder, and picks up about 13 yards there. And at the end of the third quarter, we're all tied up. This is going to be a close finish, y'all. 21-all going into the fourth. See if we can get a little RPO action working here. There we go. Quick throw out to Drake, and makes a man miss, and gets down to near the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, so they say we can get a first without getting the touchdown. We're going to hand to Anderson here, and he'll pick up about 3 on the carry there. 2nd and 7 coming up. And again, in the gun, he'll drop to throw. Forced out of the pocket now, and he's going to take off running inside the 5, and he's knocked out at the 2. 5-yard pickup there, and again, we're probably going to go to Anderson here, see if he can just lower the shoulder and find some space and get in, and he will. His 3rd touchdown of the day, Mario Anderson Jr. And Middle Tennessee State has not been able to do anything here in the second half. They've still not scored any points. Oh, I just threw. You were supposed to throw that downfield, you idiot, Hennigan. Good grief, Hennigan. That's not what you were supposed. It wasn't a curl route. Why are you throwing it like a curl route way behind him? He was beating his man off the press, and I told you to throw a streak. Oh, that's annoying. So now it's a tie game again. So there we go, Taylor. Good start. Good start to the drive. Let's keep the run game in it here while we can before the 2-minute warning. Anderson going to get a good chunk of yardage. Picks up about 14 there, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So we should be able to just try to get into field goal range and then run the clock down and kick a field goal to win this game. Anderson, you've got to get that. And Hennigan's got to make a better throw, too. Oh, and it's hit as he throws, so just like that, we're looking at 3rd and 10 at the 47. Hennigan going to take off with it and slide down. He will pick up the first down to the 36. Showing off the wheels here in the fourth quarter a couple of times. Hennigan back to throw. And just going to dump it down to Anderson there, and he'll get a couple of yards. Middle Tennessee State calls a timeout. I guess we're now somewhat in field goal range. I'd like to get about another 10 yards or so to feel really comfortable, and like that makes me a lot more comfortable there. I like that. 3rd and 2. I'd like to pick up this first and be able to just run this clock down to, 3 seconds and then kick that field goal. It's 4th and inches. Ooh, I think we QB sneak this. I say QB sneak, get the first, and then kick the field goal to win it. There we go. That's what we're doing. And again, hands to Anderson here, and he's going to get it down past the 25 to the 18-yard line. Yeah, and we're just going to run this clock all the way down that we can. Call a timeout with like 3 seconds left. All right, here we go. 2 seconds remain. 27-yard field goal attempt for the win. Wind is favorable. The kick is up. It is good, and Memphis escapes with a huge win over Middle Tennessee State. A great comeback victory for the Tigers. Stats on the game, Seth Hennigan, 23 for 35, 348 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. He has been a bit of a turnover bug this year. I mean, he's had a lot of interceptions this year. He's going to have to work on that if he wants to keep his starting job. Mario Anderson Jr., 19 carries, 72 yards, 3 touchdowns, most of those coming from within the 5-yard line. Kobe Drake, a great game, 8 catches, 142 yards. Demir Blankum, 6 catches, 77 yards and a touchdown. The tight end, Anthony Lanphier, 4 catches for 97 yards on the day. Okay, Coach, we were down early, 14-0 in that game against Middle Tennessee State, but we were able to come back and win it 31-28 on that walk-off field goal. You know, the quarterback, he had 348 yards, but also had the 3 interceptions. You know, it was an up-and-down game. What are your thoughts on that game? What do you have to say to the players?
Coach Bill Stratt slams his Gatorade bottle on the locker room table, eyes wide. Hell of a finish, boys. Hell of a finish. You pulled that one out of the goddamn fire like a barbecue rib that slipped through the grate. Now listen, I'm proud of the fight. Down 14-0, crowd flat, defense leaking oil, offense coughing it up like we were playing hot potato with a grenade. But you didn't quit. You battled. That takes guts. Now, that quarterback room, we need to have a long talk. 3 picks?
Yeah, we do.
I don't care if you threw for 1,000,000 yards. Protect the damn ball.
Yep.
We don't hand out charity. This ain't a food drive. But that last drive, that was Memphis football.
Yeah, it
no
was.
Panic, just grit. And how about that kicker? Ice in his veins.
Yeah.
I told him if he missed it, he was walking back to campus, barefoot. Guess he believed me. So celebrate it, enjoy it, but don't forget, we play 4 quarters for a reason. You spot someone 14 again, and it might not end with confetti. Film tomorrow, pads Tuesday. Let's clean up the mess and get back to kicking people's asses the right way. Tigers on 3. 1, 2, 2, 3.
Tigers! All right, definitely a good win there. We've got ourselves a bye week here. We did get some more coach points. And so we're going to put that to the running back. And then we're going to put another one towards our quarterback there. And looking at our quarterback, I mean, he's completing 66% of his passes, you know, throwing for nearly 250 yards a game, but 9 touchdowns, 10 picks. I think he also has 2 fumbles on the year, so 12 turnovers so far. Our backup is a 68 overall. Like, we don't have anyone with actual speed except for this true freshman who we redshirted. So, I mean, we don't really have a choice. Like, we're going to go with the 89 overall guy. But we just got to play better. All right, so we got our first commitment here. 2-star right tackle, Juan Arjirala. Don't know really, but we got a guy. And we're still looking pretty good across the board. We did drop below Mississippi State on this 2-star, so we're probably going to take him off our board. Everyone else is looking good right now. We dropped below Wyoming on this guy, so I'm going to bump up his hours. Everything else is looking pretty good, so I can throw some on guys that are down here. All right, another conference game here, this time on the road against South Florida. They're 2-3 on the year. Let's see if we can get another conference win and hopefully not turn the ball over nearly as much this time. All right, starting out our own 34 here. And again, we're going to try to get the run game going. Try not to lean on Hennigan's arm near as much. I think that's definitely our path to success is we only get a yard there on first down. But we need more second and long runs, second and medium runs, you know. We can't just run it on first and then throw on second and third. You know, we got to keep the defense guessing here. And that's going to be a great run for Anderson all the way down to the 43. It'll make it 3rd and inches. And see, that's why we got to do those second down runs that we got away from last week. And there we go. Another good run here for Anderson. Great blocking up front all the way down to the 43. And just like that, we are cooking here, boys. All right, man in motion here. We're going to see our first throw of the day. And it's going to be Hennigan, and he's got a man beat, but overthrew him just a little bit. Couldn't put it on the money where it needed to be. And it's second down. 2nd and 10 here. Hennigan in the gun. It's going to be another handoff for Anderson. Lowers the shoulder, and he'll pick up 9. 3rd and 1 coming up. Oh, RPO worked perfectly there. They brought the pressure. We had a guy on a little hitch route, and it's a first down for us. And again, in the gun, we're going to hand off to Anderson again here. Oh, and we got space blockers, and we're in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis! Mario Anderson showing his stuff. And they go down the field and score immediately. A very fast possession for USF to tie the game up. So we're just going to keep leaning on Mario Anderson here because he's been doing good. 3-yard pickup there on that run. I think now we'll try to go to the air here, 2nd and 7. Man in motion there with Blankham. See Hennigan in the gun, back to throw. And we're going to hit Drake there on the drag route. And can't get away from that guy, but going to pick up good yardage. A first down for us down to the 40. And again, in the gun here on first down, it's a handoff to Mario Anderson, and my guy doesn't block, otherwise that's a touchdown. If you turn around and block the guy upfield, you idiot. Oh, and 2 guys just completely missed a block there. Who is this right guard? 65? $65, you're done. You're done. Get out. Who is my right guard? This guy? Okay, you're getting pulled right now. All right, here we go. 2nd down, another handoff for Mario Anderson, and he's going to get a good chunk of yardage. 8 yards there. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Hopefully we can pick up this first down and keep the drive moving. Oh, there we go. Nope. Oh, I thought the defender was going to hit the flat route instead. I was going to be open. All right, we're going to punt here. Just pin him back deep. At the 6, great punt there by Sloan. He's been phenomenal this year when we have had to punt. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Hannigan in the gun. Hand to Anderson here. And another good pickup there. 5 yards. He's got 79 yards already. We'll see how the RPO works here. There we go. There we go. Get it to Drake, and he's upfield, and he's out past the 25 to the 23. 1st and 10 coming up for the Tigers. Kobe Drake has been a great slot receiver for us so far this season. Hand off to Anderson, and he'll get about 3 on that carry there. And again, oh, there we go. We got our guy Lanfear. Just got the step behind the middle linebacker. Got behind him. Beautiful throw by Hennigan, and we're back in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. All right, 1st and 10 here. Let's see if the play action fools them a little bit here. No, it does. They just brought pressure, and we got hit. All right, 2nd down here at our own 26. We're going to put Anderson in motion. They're bringing a pressure there off that side. Taylor able to catch it and go down 3 yards shy of the 1st. Ooh, got a little peek screen here. I don't like that. I don't like that play. Let's go with something else. There we go. There we go. Blankham see wide open on the little drag route there, and we're able to get the 1st, keep the drive alive, keep it moving. That's what we got to do here. All right, play action here. We're just going to throw it to Anderson. He's actually going to get only a yard there. I thought he was going to get a good bit more. But it's going to be 2nd and 9 here. Coming up on the 2-minute warning here. We'd like this to be the final drive of the first half, as we're going to give it to Anderson there, and he's going to pick up 5. Almost had a lot more, but the defender able to grab him and bring him down. That will be the 2-minute warning. We're up 14-10 here. 2 minutes to go in the half. Facing another 3rd down here on this drive. 3rd and 4. Need to get to about midfield here to pick up the 1st, and we're going to have Taylor, our main man there, past midfield to the 45. And it's a 1st down here for the Tigers. Here we go, back to throw, and hit as we throw. They brought 6. We only had 5 blocking. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 here from the 45. 1:40 left before halftime here. Drop to throw, just quickly get rid of it to Shorter, and a D lineman takes him out. Wow. Don't see that very often. Let's see if the little curl routes on the outside can get open here. There we go, and we're hit as we throw. No one's blocking. I want to see what happened here. Oh, he tried to cut block and just, there was nothing. And we are forced to punt again from opponent territory. We're going to punt this out of bounds. Inside the 5 at the 3. Another beaut from Sloan. We've got 1 second left. We'll just Hail Mary this thing. I doubt Hennigan can throw it all the way down there. Maybe we get like a pass interference or something. Forced out of the pocket, and again, just no time to throw there. So at halftime, it's still 14-10. The pressure from USF has dialed up. I'm going to put that right tackle we benched back in. Hopefully he plays a little bit better here in the second half after a few drives off. All right, so 1st and 10. We're starting this drive at our own 19-yard line here. And to Anderson here, and he's going to get good yardage there on 1st down. 8-yard pickup all the way down to the 27-yard line. 2nd and 2 coming up. We're going to cancel the play action because they're pressing. I kind of want to get rid of this quick, if possible. And no one's open, so Hennigan just take off with it. Slide down after picking up the first. Pick up a 5 there on that one. It'll be 1st and 10. Hennigan back to throw on 1st down here. And steps up in the pocket. Nowhere to go, and he's going down. Sacked on the play, a loss of 2. Hennigan taking a bit of a beating here. He's been hit a lot on these last couple of drives. Now 2nd and 12 here. We're going to drop to throw. We're just going to dump it out quick here for Landfear. Get a few yards. Picks up 6. That cuts it in half down to 3rd and 6. All right, here we go. Hennigan back to throw. And we're just going to throw it quickly for Shorter. He's going to get the 1st down and more. Gets a block all the way down to the 45. All right, 1st and 10. Actually, no, I want to run the ball. We gotta get back to running the ball here. I don't know what we've been doing, but it hasn't been running it. Gets some good blocks, lowers the shoulder, and it's another 11-yard pickup, and Mario Anderson Jr. is back up over 100 yards on the day. We're going to set up this little screen here, and Blankham's going to get about 4 yards. I like that. 2nd and 6 coming up. Going to hand off to Anderson again, lowers the shoulder, powering forward, gets another 1st down. 15 carries, 113 yards, and a touchdown for Mario Anderson Jr. today. Now we've got the backup in Thomas, and he's going to get a good chunk of yardage there. Picks up 8. They're blitzing here, so we're going to try take a bit of a shot. Oh, there we go. There we go, Shorter. Down to the 1, 1st and goal. We're going to hand it off here to Anderson, let him get another score on the day. Hopefully, no, knocked backward. Loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. We're going to load up and try to power this thing in here with Anderson, and he gets the hole he needs, lowers the shoulder, and powers his way in, keeps the feet moving. And we're back in the end zone, baby. All right, and our defense holds, so we're up 21-10 here. 1st and 10 from the 42. So great starting field position here for this drive. Play action. Oh, there we go. Landfear. Great throw there by Hennigan. Picks up a good chunk of yards down to the 31. Big gain there. All right, 1st and 10 after the big play, and we're going to set up a screen here for Blankham. See, he's got the 1st down. Pickup of 11 there. Now the passing game opening up for Memphis here. Late in this one, that's not what USF wants to see. Oh, and then we got Landfear. Oh, he fell down. I hit X when I meant to hit square. Otherwise, that might have been a touchdown. 2nd and inches here. We're just going to hand to Anderson and let him get the 1st, and we're going to start chewing a little bit of clock. 1st and goal here from the 10-yard line. As we start to try to wind this thing down, as we're going to hand to Anderson again. He'll pick up about 2 down to the 8. 2nd and goal here. Hand to Anderson again, and he's going to get about another 2 yards there, down to the 6. 3rd and goal here. Hennigan back to throw. And just throws it out to Drake, and it's going to be incomplete, they say. So 4th and goal, we'll have to settle for a field goal attempt here. Oh, nope. Oh, I think I just squeezed it in. I thought I hit it too bad. But he just squeezes it in that top upright there. Now, the USF goes down the field. They score, but they don't get the 2 points, so they're down by 8. And so now we really need to just work this clock and run out time as we hand to Anderson there. USF calls a timeout after a pickup of 3. And again, hand to Anderson again, and actually loses a yard there. Nowhere to go. USF calls another timeout. They want me to throw it here instead of getting rid of that last timeout. We'll do it. This is what coach wants. This is what coach says to do. Okay, I'm just the offensive coordinator. Head coach makes these decisions. And again, throws, and Drake able to lay out and catch it. What a catch by Kobe Drake! And that will seal the deal here. Memphis will escape with a victory over South Florida. 24-16. What a game. Stats on the game here. Seth Hennigan, 18 for 24, 187 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Mario Anderson Jr., 22 carries, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns on the day with a long of 24, that big touchdown run he had earlier. Anthony Lanfear, 4 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown. Kobe Drake, 4 catches for 49 yards. Jair Shorter, 3 catches for 35 yards. Demir Blankenship, 3 catches for 21 yards. And then Rock Taylor, 2 catches for 16 yards. Let's get post-game here with Coach. All right, Coach, we got another big win, this time a conference win against USF, 24-16. Seth Hennigan, the quarterback, 1 touchdown, no interceptions this game. Mario Anderson Jr., our running back, had 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. We had no turnovers at all in this game. What do you have to say to the team after the big win?
Coach Strat strolls into the locker room with a big old grin, tosses his headset onto the bench, and claps his hands loud enough to startle the trainers. Now that's what the hell I'm talking about. That right there, that's a grown-ass win. Conference game, on the road, no turnovers, and we ran the damn ball down their throat like it was Thanksgiving dinner. Seth, thank you for not throwing the ball to the guys in green today. That's what I call quarterbacking. Smart, clean, efficient. That's a man running the huddle, not a kid trying to play hero ball. And Mario, you keep running like that, and we're going to have to start drug testing the turf for fear. 2 touchdowns, 120 yards. Hell, I saw one USF linebacker just fall down to avoid you. Defense? Hell yes. You bend, you don't break. Gave up some yards, sure, but held them to field goals. And you know what field goals don't do? Beat us.
That's right.
That's how you win in conference play. No mistakes, pound the rock. Play smart. This team is starting to look like a championship outfit. Now go hit the showers, ice up, celebrate tonight, because next week, we go hunting again. Tigers don't take naps. Tigers eat. Let's go.
Let's go. That's right, Coach. We had 2 guys commit to other teams, so we'll have to take them off the board. That'll free up some points in recruiting. We have a game against undefeated North Texas, conference matchup, big-time game. But I think I'll save that for the next episode, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have been enjoying the series. If you are, make sure to leave it a like and comment what you enjoy about it, and comment what you think of Coach's speeches there. What do you think about them? Also, if you enjoy this series, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.